climate change has always been a topic within the environment area. Since when or in what way this is a financial issue as well?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So it's really fairly recently that financial regulators and financial policymakers have started to focus on the climate issue, and it is because the physical evidence of changes in climate is just becoming so much more overwhelming. And so the financial regulatory and policy community really has come together and said, we have to do our share in order to make sure that the financial system is being prepared for the change that is necessary. And I would distinguish two types of risks. So one is the physical risk that I just talked about. Physical risk is something that the financial sector has been focusing on for some time. Insurance companies are providing insurance, so there's a lot of modeling around physical risk. I think the main step that is new is to also focus on transition risk. So here the idea is that in order to avoid the ultimate climate crisis, where we really see dramatic losses of output due to climate problems, we need to change economic structure, right? We need to green the economic structure. So the philosophy of financial sector policymakers is to model this kind of transition risk and to incorporate that into lending standards, into risk management, into the pricing of loans for different sectors or stocks or bonds for different sectors. So that is really the agenda.
This is a global issue, which means that these countries need to coordinate some kind of concerted financial policy. But then every country has its own situation. So how do you think that all these nations can, first of all, come up with a package for everyone and then also have the differentiations among them?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a brilliant question. And that really goes to the heart of multilateralism, right? I mean, the IMF and other international financial institutions, other international institutions are based on the idea that for challenges that are global in nature, you need global cooperation to find good solutions, right? And so we are working together with other international organizations to really make a concerted effort that every nation is going in the right direction. And, ideally there would be a notion of minimum standards where everybody agreed at least we should do this, this, and this. A very important milestone this year in November is the COP26, the Conference of Presidents, where heads of nations come together in order to plow the way towards a more climate-friendly future. And I expect that to really have a lot of momentum to define approaches that are common across the vast majority of countries.